So right now it's the middle of May and there are a ton of celebrations coming up for a lot of people. A lot of graduation parties and weddings, bridal showers, rehearsal dinners, all kinds of things. If you're hosting any of these events, you're gonna be setting up a food table most likely, and you don't wanna have a boring, ugly food table. So I'm gonna show you some tips on how to make your food table and other tables look really pretty, and that's gonna be in this video. So I'm Teresa and this is Celebration Elevation, and we're gonna get started right now. Okay, so for your tables, the first thing you wanna do is create some interest. You don't want just a flat table with just dish after dish after dish. It's just boring. The best way to start having interest on your table is by having different heights of things, of different food. And one way you can do that is like wrap some empty boxes in like white butcher paper or brown craft paper, something plain, and then you can either put a fabric over that, or you can just put them on your table, different heights with that will hold the different plates and serving platters. Another way is by using different types of serving trays, serving platters. Like this, for instance, is a little pedestal plate. It's just got this one little pedestal on it. I thought that was so pretty. I actually got that at a flea market when we went to France, and I think that the pattern is so pretty. This man had hundreds of different platters like this, little plates that had pedestals, and it was hard to pick which one, but I loved this one. Anyway, here's another one. This one I actually made in another video, so I'm going to show you that video. I'm going to have the link for that video above. This one I used a candle holder and then a plate, and I just used an epoxy and put them together. That was really easy. I painted the candlestick holder as well, or I keep saying candlestick, candle holder. This other one is a cake plate, and I think it's so pretty just because it's like a purple colored glass, and I don't see that very often, so I thought that was really pretty. And you can put, this is not just for cake, this is for sandwiches or cookies or anything that you can serve like that individually. That's a perfect plate for that. I wanted to figure out some new ways to create some of those different height platters and plates, and I'm really excited about this project because I'm gonna be using a candlestick holder. It's just a plain wooden candlestick holder that I got from Amazon. It was a set of 3. There's like 3 different sizes, so you can use whatever size you want. I'm gonna use the short one, and I'm gonna use just a picture frame. It's just a standard picture frame. It looks like wood, but it's not. It's like some kind of plastic. We're gonna paint it, so it doesn't matter. And I got this in a set of, I think, 3 from Amazon. So I'm gonna show you how we're gonna transform this today. So the first thing I wanna do is take off the back and take out the glass. So I'm gonna set that glass aside for right now. Throw away that little nice family picture in there. That's not me. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is cover the backing. So I'm just going to use paper, and the great thing about this is you can do this and use different color backings for whatever event you're having. So if this is going to be a graduation party and your school colors are like green and gold, you can use like a green piece of paper on the back of this. Or if it's for a wedding and you want it to be white, or like using some kind of scrapbooking paper, you can use that. So I'll show you what I'm going to use, and we'll get started with that one. Okay, so for this particular project, I'm going to use this scrapbooking paper. I'm going to turn it over, and then I'll be able to get the exact right size by just using the back of the picture frame. So I'm just going to put it in the corner, take a pencil, and it doesn't matter because you're not going to see this side anyway, and then draw coming down the side. Okay, also we're going to remove this little thing that you can use to put this picture frame on your table. We're going to take that off because we don't need that. So it comes off usually pretty easily. They're not made that sturdy, especially for the price I paid. So I just took that one off. I'm going to toss that, and I'm going to cut out this piece of paper, and then we'll just glue it on. And like I said, you can use any colors you want because you can switch this out anytime you want. So I could use it for this pink pretty flowery thing right now, and I could change it to like a plain color the next event. And it's just glass that you're going to be putting your food on, so this paper is not going to get messed up at all. So it's going to be just like this. I'm going to use some double stick tape. I'm just going to go, you could use it. Okay, well that's the end of my double stick tape. So I guess I'll be using something else as well. I think I'll just use some glue gun, but could use, you know, whatever. You could use Elmer's glue. You could use a glue stick, which would be fine too. So now I'm gonna grab my glue gun. And luckily it is hot. So I'm just gonna, actually I'm gonna put the glue on the backing of this picture frame. Okay, and now I'll put down my scrapbooking paper and lay it down here really carefully there. Okay, so that's gonna be ready to go when we are ready. I'm gonna set that one aside. And now I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with this picture frame, the outside of it. So here's the front of the picture frame. I'm just gonna use some chalk paint. I'm gonna use Jolie Antique White and just slap it on here. The beads are gonna get glued to this side, so you're not really gonna see a lot of this, but it's easier to paint it right now than it would be when once you put the beads on. And trust me, because I know this, because I did the wrong way before. So this is the order you wanna do it in. So you take your frame and you paint it first. Make sure you get the inside edge. This is gonna become your tray. Very small tray, but it's a tray. And you can put little cookies on this, or candies, or little mini sandwiches, whatever you want. And you'll be able to clean the surface off because it's just gonna be the glass from the picture frame. So I just wanna get one coat on here real quickly. The nice thing with chalk paint is that, well, one nice thing is that it dries really fast, and I like that. I also like that it comes off surfaces like your hands or anything very easily. I'm gonna paint the side and I'm gonna paint the back just for consistency's sake. If you like this video and want to see more, please subscribe to my channel. You can just hit that little subscribe button below, and then if you like this one, if you could hit the thumbs up, that would mean a lot to me. And then also you can always, you can hit the little bell, and then it notifies you when I put out a new video. And you know, I didn't even know about that till I was making my own videos. Like, I didn't realize when I watched somebody else's videos, it mattered if I put thumbs up or if I clicked subscribe or if I hit the bell. I didn't even know what the bell really meant. And then I didn't realize it was kind of a big deal when you hit subscribe and you hit the thumbs up button. I didn't realize, but actually YouTube pays attention to that. It wants to know whose videos are being liked and whose videos are being watched, and then if it's somebody that's being liked and watched, it will recommend the video to more people. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna come back and show you with the beads. So I will be right back. I'm not gonna make you watch this paint dry with me. I'm gonna let the paint dry. I'm going to give it one more coat, and then I'm gonna come back and show you how we're gonna add the beads to this, and it's gonna look really cute. You'll love it. I do. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, while my picture frame dries, I'm gonna get started on the little beads. So I bought a big bag of all these wooden natural, okay, so that one fell away. Wooden natural color, natural wooden, you know what I'm trying to say. Beads that look like this that you can paint. And then this is just wire. This is just like a floral wire. What I'm gonna do is so I'm just straightening it out a little, and then I'm gonna put beads on here. And I figured I would just get started with this while the paint is drying. The second coat of my chalk paint is drying. So I'm just gonna put a bunch of beads on here. We're gonna bend this wire when it gets to the corners of the picture frame and make this like the edge of our tray. I'm gonna keep going with this for a minute and I will bring you back on here as soon as I've gotten some beads situated here on their little wire and the paint completely dries on the picture frame. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, it looks like the second coat of my frame is just about ready. So I was stringing along these other beads. I want to see how much I have actually ready. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put like a hook on the end of this so that I'm not worried that the beads are gonna go rolling off, because that seems like something that would absolutely happen to me. Okay. So I think I will start. Oh, and also I painted one of those candlestick holders with the natural wood. I painted it white with the chalk paint so it would match. So now I'm gonna take my glue gun and I'm going to try to come as straight down as I can with my glue gun so that I can make the beads also come straight down. Oops, I need some more glue. Go to the end of my bead and roll them tight together. Make sure they're tight together. Luckily with the hot glue, they're kind of malleable for a little bit. You can kind of put them where you want to. Okay, and then I'm going to take my glue gun again and I'm going to go down this side of it, which I'm hoping you can see just fine. Put that back where it goes. Okay, yay, that looks good. And like I said before, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect to look good. Nobody should be taking a look at your beads too carefully and criticizing them. If they do, they're not nice people, so we don't even care about them. Okay, 3 sides down, 1 to go. You could use a different kind of glue, guys, if you want to use like an epoxy or something, or like specifically a wood glue. That would be great. That'd be fine. I kind of wanted to do this just for sake of time on this project, just to get it done so I can show you what the final thing looks like. Now we have our beads on here. Ooh, this one got glue on this side. Okay, so now I'm taking the same white off, let's see, antique white chalk paint. And now I'm just gonna dab at the beads so that they're the same color. Okay, we are down to our last step here. The last step is to take the back of the picture frame, and you could paint this white if you want to. And then also we need to affix this onto the back of it so that it will stay when we put our picture frame on top of it. For this I'm going to use the E6000 glue. And first I'm going to measure so I can put this in the absolute middle of my picture frame. I'm going to measure. Let me make sure I can see this. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to measure this. So it is 8 by 10 frame, and so the middle of it goes to this point here to the 5, and then the middle of this way is going to go to the 4 because that's 8, and then we're just going to make the intersection, which would be right here, and this is where we want to put the pedestal basically. So I'm going to put the E6000 on the outside rim, like here, of this. And then I'm going to put this down and put it right in the middle, like that. And then I'm gonna hold it for a second, but then I'm gonna leave it to dry. So everything is finished. We're gonna put it together in a minute and I will show you what the new tray looks like. So I set it with the E6000. It takes 24 hours for that to cure, and I definitely didn't want to wait that long to finish up this video. So I'm going to go ahead and put this bottom of the picture frame. Oops, first I'm going to put the glass. So the glass, I didn't clean the glass yet. So imagine the glass is really nice and clean. I'm going to put the picture frame in here to dry. So I popped the bottom in. this is what the tray will look like. See? Okay, there's one last thing I wanted to show you before I show you the end of the other video. I just wanted to show you, I took this outside and spray painted it gold. So you can see, I put black paper in there. I spray painted this gold too, and I still have to glue that to the bottom, but I just wanted to show you could give it a completely different look. And also, if you want to just set this on your table, if you have other things that are at heights and this one you want to lay flat, you can do that as well. So that was my last tip for this. You could, you know, do whatever you want with this. Also, some of these beads are crooked on here, and it was because I kind of went fast to show you this on the video. But I suggest you take your time and make sure that they are completely straight before you have them completely glued down and paint them. And that's it. Back to your original video. So, oops, okay, I have to rebond my E6000 because I definitely did not wait a long enough time, but you get the picture. So this is what your tray will look like. You can change out the middle of it, the paper section, and wash off the glass anytime. This will be a nice addition to any food table or display you have, and it will look really cute with some cookies on there or little sandwiches or whatever you want. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll come back and see the next one. So until then, have a great celebration, whatever you're celebrating, and I will see you next time. Thanks guys, bye.